What's going on, y'all? Shook here, back with another video on the Holy Priest, doing some 2v2 with Plum on his Demon Hunter. This is the first Holy Priest video I have posted in a while. I didn't post many last season. They weren't really all that great. I pretty much unlocked the Elite set and didn't play that much on that character. This is the build that I'm running. Normally I run Oracle, but I wanted to try out Archon because it seems like a lot more people are running it, and I actually had a lot of fun. It's a lot more fun than Oracle. Oracle just feels really clunky to play. These are the PvP talents that I'm running: the Spirit of the Redeemer, Phase Shift, and then this is the one that I trade out a lot. Ray of Hope can be really powerful. Holy Ward can be powerful. So like a lot of these can be good in different situations, as you'll see in some of the matches coming up. My gear is pretty much all honor gear minus the conquest piece that I got from capping, and I got some bloody token pieces as well. Looks like the gloves and the cape, and that's about all for the gear in the build. Let's get into the games. Alright, so this first match is against a Disc Priest and a Windwalker. You can see that the Windwalker already has the Elite set unlocked for this season. And this was only like the first or second day of the season. I might have actually played the Holy Priest before I played the Holy Paladin. So right here, I'm kind of waiting until he gets me a little bit low. I'm going to use Guardian and pop a couple big heals, and it's still not completely picking me up. I really don't want to overlap with Divine Ascension, but I'm going to have to, just because he was doing crazy damage. Windwalker is pretty strong right now, especially when they have all their cooldowns rolling. So I'm going to have to play this one a little bit different. I don't want to be, out in the open so the priest can cast on me with the Windwalker. So you can kind of see me walking over here to the pillar. He's going to mind control. I don't quite have fear up available. So I'm kind of just waiting. He wants to dodge my fear, so he greater fades. I fear after the greater fade, but it looks like the Windwalker got out of it almost immediately. So I did go ahead and use Spirit Form here. I want to make sure I have my Holy Words off cooldown. So as soon as I get out of my Spirit Form, I can basically double heal without the MS effect. So I used one of them. I didn't have the other one quite off cooldown. I'm going to trinket that stun, put Prayer of Mending, and probably was worth using Desperate Prayer, honestly. I don't know why I'm holding it at this point. I probably should have just gone ahead and burned it. And so right here, I'm probably going to have to use Divine Ascension combined with Guardian again, which is, not really what I want to be seeing at this point. We are behind on mana, but with the Priest playing that Void Weaver spec, it's kind of expected. I do get the double fear here, and as dampening does ramp up, we will have the advantage. It looks like Plum got feared there, and he used his trinket on the fear. It looks like the priest was scared there for a second, so this guy incapped me, and he was going to go peel, but he didn't need to, so he stays on me. I'm trying to get around the pillar again here. I'm going to stun him. I do have swap available. Again, I could use Desperate Prayer. It's probably worth using way before swap, but I go ahead and swap and give Power Infusion to Plum here. I'm going to pull this guy, try and get back around the pillar. It looks like he's doing a bunch of damage to the Shadow Priest. I get the fear on the monk. He runs around, he fears Plum. I death the Disc Priest, and we do get the win. So these guys, ironically, I don't think they were as high as the opponents we were facing on the Holy Paladin, but these guys were definitely, the best team we probably faced in the last 3 days, just with the sheer amount of damage that this guy was doing, even through my cooldowns. And again, anybody that already has the Elite set unlocked on like day one, it's like they've been playing a lot, but they're probably going to be a pretty good player. So just kind of a telltale sign. And that monk set is really cool for this season. I'm excited to unlock that one. So this next match is against a Resto Druid and a Warrior. It's a Fury Warrior. He immediately trinkets my stun and then gets caged, and then runs in and Bladestorm. The Druid opens with Convoke, so they just had, that was just the worst sequence for their opener. It's really unfortunate for them, because now we're going to get the fear, and it looks like it did break but I'm just running and purging on the Resto Druid here. You know, offensive dispel, trying to keep Plum alive, and the Druid's just trying to run away from Plum. The warrior can't exactly keep up that well. I'm gonna root him over on the other side. He's gonna kill the root, and I'm just sitting here spamming dispels on this Druid. I thought I had my stun available. That would have been GG right there if I would have had the stun, but Plum does take him down anyway. So he kind of griefed his warrior a little bit by running around like that, because the warrior could never really connect, and Plum's just flying around doing, you know, demon hunter things. And with having that offensive dispel, it's really hard for the Resto Druid to kind of recover. So this one is an Assassination Rogue and a Disc Priest. We don't want to play on top of each other, because that's where the Assassination Rogue is going to have the biggest advantage. If he can keep all of his bleeds up on us, you know, it's going to be really, really difficult to heal through. It looks like he does use a Vanish here. He's going to come and garrote me, so I'm going to get silenced. I did take Divine Ascension on this one, which I don't know, is kind of a questionable pick. You can see here's his big damage. I don't have any way to remove poisons or remove bleed effects on my Holy Priest, so this is kind of a tough matchup. You can see Plum go for the cage here. I'm going to Mind Control while Plum is in that fear, so nobody's really doing anything at the moment. It looks like he came over and tried to root me. I don't know if he maybe wanted to fear me. I might get a double fear here. I do get the double fear. I don't really want the rogue to get a re-stealth, because then he can garrote silence me again, but it doesn't look like he's going to go for the re-stealth, so that's good for us. They have already procced my shield, so I have Desperate Prayer available if they get me super low again. Also have, looks like I'm going to cast Halo here. I don't really like this Halo right here. Maybe I thought that I wouldn't be able to cast it any other time, but I don't know, I'm just not a big fan of that one. I do get a fear on the rogue. He is running way over there, so he's probably going to get a re-stealth. I'm going to Mind Control the priest, and Plum is going to hit the rogue over there. I'm going to walk the priest over here just as far away from the rogue as I can. Looks like we are getting him pretty low. I'm going to try and stun him. He does grip him. Plum's back on him, kind of doing AoE damage. He steps to me, and I was trying to dodge some CC there. Plum has unfortunate fear pathing with that fear, so I couldn't quite dispel him. I was using my Divine Ascension, just kind of get a breather there. Again, I don't have any way to take off the wound poison on me. You can see it's at 5 stacks, kind of reducing my healing by quite a bit. I'm going to get stunned, and I'm going to trinket that full kidney. I was trying to bait the rogue into chasing me back here, and he does actually chase me back here. I'm kind of offensively dispelling. Going to cast Halo, so that's a much better use of Halo that time than when I was in Spirit form. Looks like we do have the advantage at the moment. The priest is probably the kill target over the rogue. I do have fear available. I can use it if here in a second if I want to get a double fear, or if Plum has a CC on the priest, we can just do it on the rogue. Looks like Plum gets the stun on the rogue, and you can see me just trying to cast stuff. I'm just kind of playing really aggressively at this point, because if we keep this pressure up, we will pretty much win. So right here, the rogue's back on me. I'm going to fear him since the priest is out of LOS on him, and it looks like Plum got feared the other way. He actually is able to grip him over there. Plum's fear pathing, again, was really unlucky in this one. He tries to blind Plum. I think he thinks that I'm the kill target, but I have Spirit Form back available. So I'm just going to Spirit Form here, and with this hero talent, it is your Spirit Form lasts a really long time. It feels, it's only 5 seconds extra, but it feels a lot longer than that. So right here, I get the double fear. Plum does stun over that, and then I'm going to stun, and it's just game over. So we just got too much pressure rolling, and they weren't ever able to recover. I don't know, that's kind of how that matchup goes. Like, if the Assassination Rogue can out-pressure us, like if they can get dots up on both of us and constantly having pressure. So right there, I was trying to grip the stun, but did a poor job. I was a little bit early. This is another Windwalker Disc Priest team. This is a really popular comp right now. Like, Windwalker is pretty good. I think this team was a good bit lower than the other one. You can kind of see that he's doing a lot of damage. I don't have Guardian, but I'm not super scared. It's funny, I'm running Divine Ascension in almost all of these, which is not typical. It's usually if I'm scared that I'm going to be the kill target is the only time that I run Divine Ascension. So right here, I'm going to Mind Control. It's going to be really DR'd, so probably not worth even doing that Mind Control. I was trying to let Priest hit, Plum hit the Disc Priest there. And I'm going to go ahead and pop Apotheosis, so I have my stun back available. It looked like I used it again, DR'd, so I'm just DRing too much in this match. It's real sloppy, but I'm also, I don't know, not super worried. Like, they're just doing less damage than that other team. I don't know if this priest, I haven't been paying attention if this priest is running the Void build. It doesn't look like it. So he wants to fear me off of this. So Plum can either cage him, there he goes, he caged him, and then I can fear off the cage unless I'm too slow. No, I get the fear. He willed that fear. He really wants to fear me here. So I can death it if he gets close enough, or greater fate it. Instead, the monk is just hitting me, so it'll break it, and I can dispel Plum. So honestly, if you're gonna do that strategy, you really need to have the stun ready for when it breaks on me, so I can't dispel Plum. Looks like Plum has him over there. I'm kind of just like baiting this guy to hit me at this point. He's got me stunned. I can Guardian if I want to. I'll go ahead and burn Trinket. And again, have Death Repair available. He doesn't have his Trinket, so I was trying to just fear him there while the priest wasn't in LOS. I'm going to Mind Control this guy, but it actually missed. So I don't know if he had Greater Fate rolling or what was up with that. I'm going to Guardian Plum. I have Power Infusion back available, so I'm going to go ahead and give it to him, and it looks like there's his meta. So this is probably going to be our kill window here very, very soon. We're actually winning on mana too. So yeah, this guy's definitely playing the other build. Popping Halo here just for kind of the spread healing. I'm going to stun the monk, and I'm just doing damage with the Empyrean Blaze. Going to run over here, get the double fear. He's going to cage the monk off of that, and we're just trying to play hyper aggressive. The priest actually has lived here. I'm trying to dispel Plum. He got feared, and then we get stunned, so kind of unfortunate. That was bad positioning by me. We don't want to get double stunned like that. Looks like the priest doesn't quite have fear available yet. So again, I can play really aggressive. Monk ports away because he was scared. We get the Pain Sup here. He's pretty much running on fumes. He doesn't have really much mana left. This is the monk's other go. So I'm going to go ahead and match it with Spirit Form. As long as we don't let the priest drink at this point, which you can see that's what he wants to go do. I can't stop him in Spirit Form, and Plum is taking a lot of damage. We have Guardian in like 1 second, and I'll be able to pick him up past then. He does get a little bit of mana back there, and it looks like the monk is trying to peel. They're just trying to do anything they can. I'm going to cast Halo, then dispel Plum. Here comes the Holy Fire. I'm going to stun him, and this should be GG right here. I'm going to Trinket, and I missed the fear on the priest. So really unfortunate. He gets the CC on Plum. My image fears the guy again, so kind of a sloppy one, but they were hanging on, put up a good fight. Hope you guys enjoyed these games. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you are new here, be sure to subscribe, drop a like, helps me out a ton, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.